In last class we have discussed about some of the properties like in a home menu button and all. Okay, today we will discuss some of the properties in a column level. When you select this column, okay, some of the properties will come over here. The column level properties over here, table level or a column level properties we are getting over here. Okay, so what is the name of the column? What is the data type of this? Okay, by default the data type will be come whatever it is. Okay, 19 okay, 100% it will be identity what kind of data type it is. Okay, maybe sometimes if you want to change it, okay, there are some cases alphanumeric, okay, array numbers we have, that time we have to convert it to either a whole number, decimal, fixed decimal number, okay, date and time, okay, text, true or false, binary in the sense 1 or 0. There is a binary, true or false in the sense same, true or false, text, time, date and all. So what are the data type we want it, we can convert it. Let me go to the data over here. Okay, so if you select a date, okay, what kind of the date format? Okay, I want to change the date format. Here we have a n number of formats. Okay, what is the format you want it, we can change it according to that. Okay, how you want to be display the date. Sometimes they will ask it, okay, what are the format they want it. As for that we want to display the date, so here we can change it the date format over here. Okay, so what are the date format we want it, okay, we can change it according to that. Or if you want it, okay, month ddmm, okay, either we can use it. Okay, what is the date format we want it, as per that we can change your data. Okay, the format here also over here. Okay, if it is a number data type, okay, if it is a decimal number, okay, format in the sense it is a normal format number. Okay, okay, here we have something. Okay, let me show you one of the thing. Okay, here I have a total number of customers. Okay, I want the 1,000 separator. Okay, we have a, okay, every 1,000 we have a separator, right? Okay, okay, here I have a total sales amount. I want a dollar symbol over here, currency symbol. Okay, or I want a rupee symbol, Indian rupees. Okay, this much is the sales amount. Or I want a US, okay, sales. Or you have a euro, okay, symbol. How we can, most of the times people will ask it, okay, this, so can you please display a dollar symbol. Here also I want it everywhere, I want the dollar sign over here. Left axis bar also I want a dollars, 2 million, 4 million kind of thing. Okay, for this one either we can get a, okay, here I have the directly sales amount. In this one I have the okay, total sales. Those properties we can apply for a either column level also you can apply it, or a for a measure level also you can apply. What are the property you want it, what kind of data it is. Okay, it is a, now we have a sales amount. Okay, so I want the dollar sign over here, so you can change to currency. It is a currency. Okay, once you change to the currency, here we can select it. Okay, which currency, what the symbol you want it over here. We have a thousand, okay, hundreds of currencies over here. Okay, which currency you want it. Okay, by default I want it, okay, English dollar, United States I want it. So I want to be select that kind of one. Okay, now we can see dollar 9.1 million. Okay, this one not change. Why? Because this is a measure I'm using. So measure level also we can change it, that property. This is, as of now it is a decimal format. It's not a decimal. Number won't be changed. It is a currency only. Just what are the sign you want it. Okay, dollar sign it will come along with 1,000 separator also will come. Here it is a number only. Okay, it's not a currency. Total number of customers. Okay, I have a measure over here, so you can use, okay, this is the option. I want a 1,000 separator, the comma symbol you can select it. Okay, so the 1,000 separator has came. It's not a, okay, value. Okay, it's not a currency. That's what I'm not selecting this one. Okay, this is a whole number, so I want a currency. Okay, the 1,000 separator only I want it. Okay, otherwise if you have a decimal places, sales amount. Okay, how many decimal places you want it. I don't want any decimal places. Let me make it a 0. Okay, this property either column level you can apply it, or a measure level you can apply it. Okay, or I want a 1 decimal. Okay, however you want it. It is a okay, 4.99 means almost it is, okay, near to 5. That's what it is converted into like this. Okay, this what we have a percentage symbol sometimes. Okay, let me create a percentage. Okay, let me create a some simple measure over here. Okay, I have a standard cost, I have a sales amount. I want to identify how much percentage of profit you got it. How we can calculate the profit. Profit in the sense, okay, we have in a childhood we have, okay, okay, we have learned like amino vela minus, okay, quanna vela by, okay, amino, like this we have discussed. Okay, so what is the actual amount we have. Okay, how much amount you have invested to how much amount you have sold. Okay, so we will get, okay, for example, I have purchased a product for a 20 rupees. Okay, but I sold it for a 30 rupees. Okay, 30 minus 20 is a 10 by, okay, that 20 it will give, okay, 50% is the profit. Okay, we can do a into 100. Sometimes, okay, I purchased for a product for a 50 rupees. Okay, but I sold it for a 30. Okay, 30 minus 50 minus 20, that means 20% got loss. Okay, minus 20 by 50, how much percentage? Around 25% got, okay, minus 25% got, we have a losses like that. Okay, I have, let me create one of the measure. Okay, so I want percentage symbol as well. Let me create one more measure. I want a profit. Okay, percentage, how much profit we got it. Not, I don't want the amount, I want the percentage. Okay, directly we can go. Okay, let me, we have a profit percent equal to, okay, just sum of okay, sales amount, sum of sales amount minus, okay, sum of, okay, profit, like standard cost. That means how much amount you have invested for that particular product. Okay, each and every product level we have what is the cost to how much amount we have sold out. Okay, this, okay, let me go with a divide function. We have a divide function, or directly we can use a divide symbol. Okay, this is a numerator. Okay, sales amount minus, okay, standard cost. Okay, we will get, then what is the, okay, like standard cost, sum of data of standard cost. Okay, okay, so what I'm doing, okay, sales amount minus, okay, the product is a 20 rupees, I sold it for a 30 rupees. Okay, 30 minus 20 by, okay, 20, you will get a, okay, the, what is the profit, okay, percentage profit. Okay, or if you don't want a percentage, just this minus this, we can do a, okay, 10 rupees profit. That's right. Okay, 20 rupees I have invested, I sell it for a 30 rupees. So 30 minus 20, I will get a 10%. Okay, not a 10%, 10 rupees I got the profit. If I want a percentage, 10 by 20 means it is a 50% profit I got it. Like here also same thing. Okay, sum of sales amount minus sum of standard cost, comma, divide. Okay, divide in the sense this is a numerator, this part is a numerator, comma in the sense this is a denominator. So I want a standard cost. Okay, so here I will get it percentage profit. Okay, I'm not doing a into multi, okay, into 100. All the cases, okay, while converting into the percentage, we want to multiply with 100, but here I'm not doing it, just I'm doing a minus and divided by. Let me display that value, how much percentage profit we got it. Profit percentage. Okay, it is a 0.70. Okay, along with that, I want a percentage symbol as well. Okay, as of now, I didn't multiply with the 100. Okay, almost we have a 70% profit is there. Just we can select that measure and do a percentage symbol. So percentage symbol will come, along with that it will be multiplied with 100. Earlier it is a, okay, 69 point something something is there, that's what it is. Okay, rounded value it is showing. Now exact value it is showing 69.85. okay, 85% we are getting the, okay, profit. Okay, that is the profit percentage. That is how most of the times in a real time cases as well, last month and this month, what is the percentage we are getting as a profit, and last year this sales, how much percentage profit we are getting and all. Okay, this is a standard cost. If we take the sum of the value, 17 million we have invested, we are getting the, okay, 29 million the sales amount. So it is a 69% we have a profit over here. This is what, okay, the percentage symbol. Okay, so I want to be displaying a percentages. Okay, you don't want to do anything, just the percentage symbol, you can select it over here. Okay, if you select a percentage, that means you don't want to multiply with 100 as well. Okay, automatically it will be okay, multiply with 100. So no need to do a, okay, in multiplication with 100, just select a percentage symbol, you will get the percentage like this. Okay, now we will see in measure why you are giving 0, where I give, okay, the measure over here, right? Yeah, divide sum of, okay, sales minus, this is a numerator comma denominator, comma 0 I gave. Okay, that is an alternative result. For example, okay, what is the 0 by 10? Anil, you have to unmute, you can tell me the answer. What is the 10 by 0? 0 by 10. Sorry? 0, okay, 0 by, okay, 10 by 0?
Infinity.
Yeah, that's what I gave a 0. Okay, wherever, okay, if you have a infinity, that time I want to give the 0. Okay, that's what it will come to 0. Wherever you have a infinity symbol, it won't be display. Okay, that case I gave a 0. Okay, if such case, okay, okay, I have a sales amount, there is a, okay, profit is a 0 kind of thing. Okay, something by 0, okay, 0 by something is a 0. Okay, something by 0 in the sense it is a infinity. I don't want the infinity symbol. That's what I gave a alternative result as a 0. That is a, okay, syntax of that divide function. That's what I gave a 0 over here. Okay. If we go over here, it will be display the, okay, you can see numerator, denominator, comma alternative result. Safe, okay, safe divide function with the ability to handle divide by 0 case. Okay, the measure itself, it will, okay, the function itself, it's showing what are the required we want it. Divide function, if you give simply one number, it will throw a syntax error. Something by something, we have a divide function. So numerator, denominator, alternative result. It is showing safe divide function with the ability to handle divide by 0 case. Okay, that's what I gave a 0. Okay, these are all the functions we will discuss coming point as well as worth of the DAX. Yeah, if you have any other questions, you can go ahead, guys. Jump moving to another thing. I'm taking the table. Okay, product category wise, I want the profit amount, then I want a hyperlink and all. Okay, this is a table I have taken. Here we have a table visual property. Okay, let me increase the font size of this. Okay, we have a values. These are all the properties we will discuss. Okay, www.com, google.com is the, okay, www.google.com, it is a one of the website. All the cases we have a same value, but in a real-time cases, okay, have a different, okay, URLs we get it. Let me go that, let me select the country or something. Okay, here we have a, okay, let me discuss the first category. Okay, as of now we have discussed, okay, sales amount. Okay, as of now we have discussed how many decimal places we want. If we want a currency symbol, we want to change the format to currency and all. Okay, otherwise what the currency symbol you want it, percentage symbol, these are the we have discussed. Then what is the data type and all. Then let me discuss first this thing, then I will comes to summarize option. Okay, summarize. Okay, 1 second guys. Here we have one. Yeah, just now I didn't speak. Now you guys are able to hear me now, right? Yeah. Okay. Here we have a what kind of data category it is. Okay, data type category. Okay, data type is different. Type of the data is different. Okay, we have a country, that is a geographical information. I have a date. Okay, date in the sense normal date. Okay, like I have a pin code. That's not a number. I'm not supposed to be a sum of the value. Okay, pin code in the sense just a. I'm not okay. What you can do with doing a sum or a multiplication with the. Okay, that's what we have a data. What kind of data category it is? Latitude, longitude. Okay. Anyone aware what is this meaning of the latitude and the longitude? Anyone have any idea? Okay, latitude and the longitude.
అక్షాంశం రేఖాంశం అంటారు అదే కదా బాయ్
Yes, yes. Okay, we have in a childhood we have learned. Okay, akshamshalu, rekamshalu. Okay, like okay, I have a country information. That time, okay, there are in a certain cases. Okay, the map visualization is not recognizing your okay like area information. That time we can give latitude and a longitude. Okay, for example, let me go. Okay, Bangalore latitude. Okay, Bangalore latitude, this is the latitude, this is the longitude. Okay, sometimes I want to okay display in a graph. Okay, by default countries information, church information, it will be display. Okay, within the Bangalore, for example, I have a some manufacturing okay units. Okay, I have a some okay product based company. I have some manufacturing units in a Bangalore. Okay, in a one is the HSR layout, another one in a different location. Okay, there okay, it's not a Bangalore, entire Bangalore. It's a one of the area in a particular area I want to be highlight in a my map. That time we want to give these values, latitude and the longitude. That case in a map visualization, okay, this is the area, plant 1, okay, HSR layout plant 2, okay, area majestic plant 3. That time we can give, okay, if you have a such kind of data, that time it will be how it will be take, it will take it as a text. Why? Because we have a different symbol, we have a n symbol, e symbol kind of thing, it will take it as a text. We have a alpha numerical value. That time we have to tell it's not a text, it is a latitude, it is a longitude. Okay, so that's time we can use it. Okay, if you have a such kind of data, that time we can change your data type to okay latitude and a longitude. Okay, let me show you. Okay, this is the country name, this is a uncategorized. Okay, here we can see. Okay, I have selected country. Now it is a address, place, city, state, country. Automatically it will be identified. You don't want to change anything. Country, continent, latitude, longitude, web URL, image URL. I will show you. Okay, web URL. I have a hyperlink over here. Okay, when I click on this, it has to open the google.com. I'm displaying in a okay, it's not a by default data side itself. This data is coming. I didn't give a hyperlink or something. Data side itself, I am getting the okay, access related some web URL is there. That time it is not, it's taking as a text. Okay, if we go for it, okay, property over there, it is taking as a text. But what it is, it's not the text. Okay, normal case, if you imagine that it is a text only. Okay, data type is a text, but the category is a web URL. Okay, so that time I want to change to web URL. That's what the reason I have everywhere. Okay, I place this data as a web URL. Now you can see automatically web URL icon is came. Okay, I click on this, it is google.com will be open. It is loading to opening the Google like this. Okay, it won't be recognized, it will take it as a text. That it's not the text, the category. Okay, data type is a text, but the category of the data is a web URL. That's what we have a property over here, web URL. This is a web data category is a web URL. But that's what we have. Sometimes we can change it. Okay, country, continent, you don't need to change. Automatically by 100% will be identified. Okay, either is address, place, okay, city, country, okay, state array provision, postal code. Okay, so postal code in the sense it won't be a sum array, okay, multiplication and all. It is a postal code. You are not supposed to do okay any arithmetical operators on a postal code and all. Latitude, longitude, web URL. This is a case. Okay, you can change it if you have any website related information. When a user click on that, the URL has to be open. That time you can change to it is a web URL. is what? Okay, if you have an image URL, okay, image option is there. There on top of that we have a some URL, so we have some barcodes and all. If you have a product, okay, the barcode is there kind of thing. So we can change it whatever the data type category over here. We can change to the data type category. Okay, is what about a we have a category. What kind of data category it is? Then I told you that. Let me take the table. Okay, employee number is there. Okay, I want to be display department number wise. Okay, then I have a employee number is there. Okay, what it is doing? Department number wise, employee number I want to be display, but it is doing a sum of the employee number. Is there any meaning? Okay, employee number, it is doing a sum. I told you that any number it is there, by default it will perform a aggregation. By default the sum operation is coming. I don't want to sum. If it is a salary, obviously you can do a sum, not a problem. But employee number also is taking as a sum. Okay, I don't want to do that as a sum. Okay, let me do another thing. Let me quickly create one of the column over here. I want yearly wise sales, I want to be display. Let me create a year column. Year equal to year of data of order date. From the order date I'm selecting, I'm extracting the year by using the year function. Yearly wise, I want to display my sales amount. Let me take another one. I have a year column. Then I want total sales amount I want to be display. What it is doing? Year 2017, 18, 19 it has to supposed to come. Sales amount is supposed to come. But year also it's taking a sum. Okay, 365 days is there. 2020 is there. 2020. Is doing a sum of the operation. I don't want to sum. Either we can do select over here. Do not summarize. That's not a number. Don't do a sum. By default, it will perform a sum operation. Now we can see 2017 sales, 18 sales, 19 sales, 20 sales. Apart from that, okay, we have a here we have don't do a summarize operation. Do not summarize. Okay, either if you want a sum, maximum, minimum count, okay, average kind of thing. I don't do sum. Okay, it's not a sum. Okay, here is not a number to perform a sum operation. Same thing. Okay, here I have a employee number. Don't do employee number. There is no meaning to if you perform a sum of or operation for that. Okay, so I don't want to sum. Do a okay. It's not a summarize. Don't do summarize. Okay, just I want to display the number. Okay, as usual. Okay, okay. Here it's also came as a sum. Do not summarize. Okay, now 7. Okay, 7782 employees working in 10 department. Okay, 7839 employees working in this. 7934 employees working in 10 department. Like this, employees details will come. Okay, this is what we can use a summarization. Do not summarize. Okay, do not summarize means don't do a sum. Okay, if you want it, obviously I will do that. Okay, some cases I want to be display some flag information is there. Okay, I have a country. Okay, some countries there stay. Okay, the status either a 1 or 0. Okay, sometimes 1 0 will come, either is a active status or a okay inactive status. Employee was there, employee status 1 in the sense active, 0 in the sense okay he is already left the organization. That time I don't want to do a sum of this, just I want to do not summarize. So we can change it. Okay, the property I don't do a sum. Okay, by default it comes as a sum if it's a numerical value. Don't do a sum. I want it display as a normal case. Okay, the years also I don't do sum. It's not a summarization. I don't want a count and all. Do not summarize the value. Is what we can use a summarization option. Do not summarize. Or if you want to count some max count of thing, anything we can do it. Another thing we have very important thing property sort to by. Array, what is the custom sorting? Most of the real-time cases you have to use it. This one. So I want to be display country-wise sales amount. Country-wise sales amount I want to be display. It is coming based on a sales amount wise. It is coming in a displaying order, okay, ascending or descending. You can see total. Okay, maximum sales first, second sales. Based on a sales amount displaying ascending or descending. Okay, right click on this, go by a sort by. I don't do based on a value. country wise I want to display, okay, ascending or descending. So United States is coming first. I want to go with a ascending order, sort by okay, sort by what? Either a sales amount or a country name. Based on a country name, I want it either ascending or descending order. Okay, so I want blank B. Okay, so blank it will come first. Okay, why? Because it's not a null value. Okay, then Australia, Canada, France, Germany, United Kingdom, it came. So alphabetical order or based on a number, it will be displayed. If it is a textual value by default, either alphabetical order, ascending or descending order, your data will be displayed. Right? There is no problem for that. Alphabetical order, I want to be display. Okay, either ascending or descending, or number wise. Highest sales to lowest sales, or lowest sales to highest sales. I want to be display. Okay, so it will be least sales. Okay, then it will be like this. Fine, there is no issue for this. However you want it, okay, either you want a country wise or a sales amount, either a ascending or descending, you can display it. Same thing, let me create one of the column. Okay, let me create one more column. Okay, new column I am going to create it. Let me create month name equal to, let me go with the format function. Format function, we can use it. Data of order date column. From this one, I want the month. In which format? I want the full month name. So that's what I gave a 4Ms. If I give a 3M in the sense, okay, it will give you in a short month format. Jan, Feb like this. I have a month name. Okay, February like this. We have a all the month names. Now I want to be display. Okay, monthly wise, I want to show my sales amount. Let me select month name, then sales amount, total sales amount. I create a measure. Okay, monthly wise sales amount, I want to be display based on a month name wise I want to be display based on a ascending order. I want to be display. Okay, what is the month first name? What is our month name first month? What is the first month?
You're asking calendar month or what?
Yeah, what is the month? What is the first month? What is the
As
second
per
month?
calendar, January is the first month.
Yeah, what is the last month?
December as usually.
Yes. Okay, anyone will be okay. If someone was to see monthly wise sales in the sense January to December, they want to see.
Yeah.
What the order it is coming. April is coming first, then August is coming, then December is coming. Why? Because data is displaying in a alphabetical order. But what the, okay, no, none of the user will accept for this. Okay, hello boss, the tool is showing, okay, alphabetical order only, I can't do anything. They won't accept. I want it. Okay, if you go with the descending order, for example, December to January, I want it. It won't come. It is September is coming is the, okay, alphabetical. September, October, November, May. Okay, is there any proper meaning if the display data display like this? Anyone wants to see what is the January sales, what is the February sales, what is the March sales? So based on a calendar wise only, the anyone supposed to see the sales. Okay, but Power BI will be display by default data in a alphabetical order, ascending or descending. But I don't want that. I want to be display my data in a, okay, calendar monthly wise. Yeah, calendar monthly wise. That's what we have a alternative option, sort by option. Let me create a month number. What is the first month number? We have a month of data of order date. So it will gives me a month numbers like 1, 2, 3. Month function it will gives here the month number. Okay, February is the 2. Okay, like this it will be display. What is the, okay, June is the 6. Now month numbers are display, month name displaying alphabetical order wise, but I don't want it. I want this data display based on a month number. That's what we have a custom sorting or a, okay, sort by option. The month name I want to display based on a month. That is a month number. I gave a month for the column name I gave as a month. So I want to be display this data based on a month number wise. I don't go with the alphabetical order wise. That's what I create a month number, month name. So here I'm specify that. Okay, so here you can see month. Okay, highlighted. So this data I want to sort by based on another column. I don't go with a sort by alphabetical array. Now you can see December, November, October, all the case it will comes in a proper order. Let me go with the ascending order. Jan, Feb, March. Okay, so January is came month. Okay, on what basis? Month number. Okay, first example, for example, April will come. Okay, that is the first month. Okay, alphabetical first, but the month number is a 4, so it will go for a 4th position. January is the first. Okay, month number. So I create a month number. Month number wise I want to be display. So now that is a custom sorting or a sort to by. There may be a chance people will ask what is a custom sorting. Okay, sometimes they will ask it. Okay, on a different column they will ask. Okay, I have a b c d. Okay, so I want to be display b. Okay, BDCA, how you can display. There may be chances they will ask it. Sometimes they want to be like this also. Okay, BDCA I want it. How we can display like this. So we want to create a separate column. We want to give a numbers to that. Okay, we have a if condition and all. So based on that we can create a numbers. Based on that we can display those values. Okay, BDCA kind of thing. However you want it, we can display your data based on particular order. There is a sort to by. Most of the times for a calendarly monthly wise I want to display the sales amount. That time we can go for a sort to by function. So based on a month number wise I want to sort it. Okay, you got it guys. Okay, this new group option we already discussed. Okay, some group of the data you want to display the separate wise, so we can go for a group option and all. Okay, if you have any questions you can go ahead guys. Now we will discuss very important concept, that is a manage relationships. What is the cardinality? That is the most important thing. Now we will discuss that. Anyone have any questions you can go ahead guys. Okay, modeling part, all the places we have a manage relationship, or you can go over here. Here also we have a relationship mode. Okay, the model option. Okay, most of the times people are asking a question, do you know modeling? Do you know modeling? You can tell that yes I know a modeling. Creating a columns, maintaining a relationship between the tables is nothing but a modeling part. Okay, in a SQL server we have seen data was there in a 2 tables. Let me use select from ESP, select PT, who are the employees working on a tech department. What we select. Okay, star from inner join. Okay, then another okay department table. Then what are the columns we want? We have selected. Now same thing in this Power BI level. Don't want to write any stories over here. Just we want to maintain a relationship. Already while loading the data itself. Okay, if we have a foreign key, primary key in a data site. Okay, maybe the video smoke. We have a foreign key, primary key. If you have a foreign key, primary key, automatically the relationship will be created as usual. Okay, so now by using these 2 tables, I want to create create the report. For example, there is no relationship. Okay, by default it will be identify. If you have a primary key, foreign key relationship, or we have a common data also, by default it will be identified. In our database table, what is the employee and the department table, we don't have any primary key, foreign key. Even though while loading itself, it's got identify. Why? Because okay, at the time of connecting, it's taking some time. That time it will be identify the relationships. If there are any common data, it will be check all the things, then data will be loaded. Now I want there I have 2 tables. Now I want to be display department wise or the employees are working. Okay, let me go. I have 2 tables here. As of now we have discussed single table data. Now I have 2 tables. Employee table, I want a department name wise, who are the employees are working, I want to be display. Okay, up to now, okay, if I'm going with account, it is fine. I am selecting a column from a different table. It's throwing error. If you click on this, it will be display cannot display the data because cannot determine the relationship between two or more fields. There is no relationship between the tables. With more than one table, we need a relationship between the tables. Just drag and drop, okay, on a particular column. Okay, department number, it is the common column. So I have dragged over here. Now we can go for the report level. It is displaying properly. Okay. So this is nothing but a, all the employees are coming over here. All the data is coming. Okay. So here, okay. So account, okay, I gave a employee number. Okay. Employee name also I want it. Okay. What are the any fields you can use it? Okay. So, okay, accounting. Okay. Who are the employees are working? Any kind of thing, any measures you can create it, whatever you want it. Okay. This is the one I want to be displayed. Okay. Like department name wise or a department number wise, department number in a x-axis, then how much the salary we are paying, okay, each department wise. Okay, we can display it over here, 10 department, 30 department. Okay, like this department wise I want to be display the sales amount like this, 10, 30, okay, 20, like this. So we have a department number wise how much the salary we are paying. Okay, so if you want to one table, relationship is the mandatory thing. We want to make a relationship between the tables. That's what about a relationships. Okay, okay, go for a manage relationships. Okay, from here also, for example, let me delete that. Initially either the case we can use it. Okay, let me delete this. By default it will be identify, or if it is not identify also we can create a relationships. Okay, for example, one table you have loaded from a Excel, another table you have loaded from a Oracle or a SQL. That time it won't be identify. Why? Because data is not coming from a same database. That time manually you have to create a relationship. Either we can drag from this side or this side also you can drag and drop over here. Okay, so or you can go for a manage relationships option, that is a modeling part. Okay, now I want to create a new relationship. Then what is the first table? First table is the department. Any table you can select it, any order is fine. What is the common column? You have to be selected. Then second table, okay, employee table, then department number automatically got selected. This is nothing but a maintaining a relationship between the tables. Okay, so now create the relationship. Now relationship got created. Either you can drag and drop. If you have a more than one table, how we can create the relationships in the, okay, just we can drag and drop, automatically we can create a, okay, the relationship will be created. So now we can use it, what are the data you want it from any table kind of thing. This is a maintaining a relationship is the most and most important thing. Now we have most and most important thing, what kind of relationships we have, what kind of cardinality Power BI will be support. Many to one, one to one, one to many, many to many. It's a very important interview question, guys. What is the cardinality Power BI will be support? One to many in the sense, I have a department 10. Under 10 department, multiple employees are working. That is a one to many. 20 department is there. Okay, that means in this table I don't have a one record. For one combination I have a one record. Okay, 10 department is there, multiple employees are working, right? 10 department is 10 is there, but there are multiple employees working. There is nothing but a one too many. If you take it a reverse way, cardinality, okay, one too many, this is a one star in the sense many. If you take it a reverse way, many to one, many employees, like, okay, there is a one employee working under 10, another employee working under 10, another employee working 10. There are a many employees working under a same 10 department. This is a many to one relationship. Many to one. Department 10 is one, I have multiple employees working over here. In such case, if it is a one to one, all the data has to be one. There is a 10 department, only one employee working under 10 department. There is a 20 department, only one employee working under 20 department. 30 department, there is a only 30 okay, then there is only one employee working under 30 department. If you have a like this is a one to one cardinality. The relationship is nothing but a one to one. Okay, the cardinality is a very important concept. Okay, most of the times people will ask a question, what is the cardinality? One to one, one to many, many to one. Okay, so this is nothing, we will call it as a parent to child. This is a parent table, this is a child table. One in the sense, one parent, multiple childs, this is a child table. Okay, technical terminology also people will call it as a parent child table. Okay, one parent. Okay, for a parent, we have a multiple children. Here also same thing. Department is the 10. I have a multiple employees working under 10 department. 20 department is a parent. I have a multiple employees working under a 20 department. Same kind of thing. Let me load our Adventure Works data now. SQL Server. It's a very important interview. Nothing. You don't want to write any something. Okay, logics. Okay, you don't want to join a. It will be identified. If not, we can create a relationships also. Just drag and drop. Okay, let me give up. Okay, in
Hi guys, you are able to hear me, right? Hello, Ananda. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Actually, I have my different location. Maybe entire this week have some little bit problem. Okay, we are discussing in a relationships and I am loading the data. Yeah, now you can check. I have loaded a dim customer, dim date, dim geography, all these fact internet sales, our regular tables. If we go over here, the relationships already created. Okay, you don't want to create anything. Okay, why? Because in a database level, okay, we have a already primary key foreign relationships are there. Just let me properly arrange for a easily understanding purpose. Dim product subcategory. Nothing was that. Just you have to understand what's the relationship between the tables and all. Okay, so easily we can understand. Okay, already you know the joins concept. Already we have joined multiple tables and all. Okay, so dim product category. I have a one to many relationship. Why? Because bike is there. Bike is a one product category. Under the bike, I have a multiple categories like mountain bike, road bike, turning bike. Okay, so it is a one to many now. Now this will become say now it will become say one to many. Why? Because okay, this is a parent table, this is a child table. Now it will become say parent, this will become say child. Okay, I have a mountain bike. Under the mountain bike, I have multiple bikes like black, red, okay, silver, 200, 150 like this. Is a one to many, one to many, one to many. Okay, if you take it a reverse way, many to one. I don't have any one to one data. Okay, sometimes maybe we'll see. Okay, if you have a one record here, also one record there also. It's not a one to one in the sense. It's not a one record, only one record. One to one in the sense for a combination. 10 department, only one employee under 10. 20 department, there is not okay. You have 10 employees there. Okay, 10 department is there. There are 8 employees. Okay, 8 department. Remaining all the department, 20 only one employee. Only one employee. Even though it will become say one to many. Why? Because at 10 department there are 2 employees are there. Nothing but a one to many. Okay, one to one in the sense for one combination, one record only will be there. That is a one to one. It's a rare case we can see. Most of the times, one to many or many to one we can see. Okay, I have a one product. Okay, okay, mountain bike 150. Red is a one product. Now you can see it is a one to many. Okay, if you take a fact internet sales, now it will become say one to many. Why? Because same product purchased by a multiple people. Okay, mountain bike 150 is there. Okay, this is a one to many. Why? Because the product has purchased by a multiple people. Okay, now here I have a customer one. Customer purchased a multiple times. Okay, this is a one to many relationship. I have a dim geography. Country is a okay. United States is one country. After that, I have a multiple customers. Like this, we have a one to many to one kind of what this relationship. Okay, unnecessarily this relationship got created. This you can see unnecessarily relationship got created. Data is a different table. Okay, customer table is a different. There we have a customer ID. Here also we have a customer ID. That's what is created. Automatically Dula got identify a relationship. I don't want that relationship and all. That's what I'm removing that. This is a different data set. For example, okay, our adventure works is a different data set. Okay, so unnecessarily while loading the data, it's got identify. Okay, relationship. I don't want this. Let me delete it. Delete this relationship. This is what the cardinality. Okay, by default it will be support one to one, one to many to one, and we have a many to many relationship. That is a very rare case, but by default it won't be handled. At the time of DAX, we can discuss how we can handle many to many relationship. Many to many in the sense. Okay, for example, I have a country. Okay, for 2019, okay, what year I have, growth I have. Okay, what is the yearly GDP growth, for example, country wise? Country India, okay, 2019 growth is a 5% GDP growth. Okay, India 2020 growth is a 4.5%. Okay, India, okay, 2018 growth is 3.5. I have another table as well. Country India 2019 population, okay, 100 crores. Okay, country India 2017 population is okay, like 80 crores. Okay, like this I have a data. What is the common column now?
common column is the main thing is the India over here. Okay, country is the main common column here and there. We want to make a relationship. Okay, performing inner join we have seen 1 1 1 1. If it is there, if you perform a join, how many times it will come? 4 records will come. Now data will go wrong. Okay, so if I select a country from the any one of the table, if I select a country, what is the 2019 growth? What is the population? So one time it has supposed to come. If you have a 4 times will come. That's what many to many relationship won't be okay work properly. Many to many relationship. For that one, we want to create a bridge table on top of that. Okay, we want to make a relationship that we will be discussed as part of a DAX. Most of the times they will ask it how we can handle many to many relationship. We want to create a bridge table. Okay, that we will be take it. Okay, many to many I want to convert it, one to many like this we want to convert. For the time being, just okay, the cardinality you can check it. Okay, there's a one to many to one. Okay, my product category relationship got removed. Where is another table? Yeah. Okay, let me 1 second. I have deleted the table as well. Huh?
I think so. Under fields, there is no dim product subcategory.
Yeah, okay, maybe unfortunately I have removed the table. Dim category is there, product is there. Okay, subcategory got removed. Okay, let me load that one as well once again. That's what relationship got break. Okay, the middle table I have removed. Okay, so there is no relationship between the product and a product. Okay, product category and the product. Why? Because middle table is not there. Okay, intermediate dimension table is not missed. Okay, so the relationship got broke. Okay, now if you want to say product category wise sales, you can't it. Why? Because there is no relationship. Middle table got break. Dim product subcategory, right? You don't need to do anything. Okay, obviously always it will be identify. If you want to create also drag and drop based on the data itself, it will be create a cardinals also it will be identify. You don't want to do anything. As for the data, it will be identify. Okay, it is a one, if it is a many, one to many. Okay, if you have a one to many, you can't change to many to one. You are unable to. Why? Because data is there like that. You can't, no need to modify also. Sometimes, okay, you want to drag and drop if the Power BI is not identified and all. If the data is coming from a, okay, like a database, that time always, okay, primary key, foreign key will be there. So automatically the relationship will be identified. Why I have loaded one table? It's a very important thing. Do you know the modeling part? Modeling in the sense just creating a relationship between the tables. Okay, then we have a what is the cardinality? What kind of relationship Power BI will be support? One to many, many to one, one to one, many to many won't be support. Okay, that we will see practically. Okay, so how we have a alternative way as well, that we will see later point of time. Okay, now automatically table got created, so automatically relationship got created. Okay, if you want to double click on this, it will be open it. If you want to edit this in the sense, we can be open it. Okay, it is a many to one product sub. Okay, whatever the table, the order is not a matter. Okay, so product subcategory, product category is a many to one. What is the relation? Cardinality, many to one, one to one, one to many in the sense it won't be sub. Okay, it will throw say error. The relationship as hardly many to. Okay, this is a expand. It is expected that neither a column or product category contains a unique values, and the significant different behavior of many to many relationship is understand. Okay, different behavior it will goes. So we don't have a data also. Even though if you try to make it a many to many, it won't be work. It is a many to one only by default. Okay, if I'm try to change to one, it won't be support. Okay, the cardinal you selected invalid. This really why? Because here I have a many. Here I have a one. Now I can change to one. Always it will be identified automatically. You don't want to change it also. This is a cardinality. Okay, what is the relationship kind of thing? Now we can use it. Now, okay, any number of tables you can create a. Okay, now I want it. Okay, I want it. Okay, product category wise, English product category name. Okay, then we have a sub product. Okay, for just product category wise, I want the sales. Okay, for this one, how much the, okay, how many tables we have joined in a SQL server. Okay, so even though you have to get the, okay, you don't want any fields from a these two tables, product and a product, okay, subcategory, even though you want to join. Why? Because there is no direct relation with the product category and the sales amount. You have to join with product category with the sub product, then we have to join with the product, then you have to join with the sales amount, then you want the get the sales amount of this. Okay, now you have joined for a organization, okay, newly they gave a report, already report is there like this. They told that the sales amount is coming way wrong for accessories. What is your next first step? Okay, what your first step, guys? Yesterday we have discussed most of the time. Okay, we will discuss this and we will finish for today. Okay, they told that, okay, accessory sales amount is showing wrong. What your first step? This is the report they have given. You are new to the organization. Okay, even though sometime back, long back, you only worked, but you don't know, you don't need to remember, okay, what is the report you have worked, what is the data source, or what is the relationship and all. What your first step? I gave a report to you. I told that, okay, actually sales amount is coming incorrect. What's your first job? Yesterday we have discussed, guys, how we can start it. Okay, debugging.
Like manually checking only the accessories amount, total amount.
Yeah, Anil.
Yeah, like
How manually?
like creating one
Very
more
simple
measure.
thing. You have to check data source setting where the data is loading. No. You have to identify from where the data source is coming.
Okay.
Okay, how should you know? Manually, where you can check. For example, we have only one connection.
For the data source settings.
Adventure Works DW. Okay, change data source. You can you want to copy paste. Okay, you don't want to do, okay, then go for a new query. Okay, here you want to identify, okay, why the data, okay, data is coming wrong. Select this visualization. You came to know, okay, what are the fields were coming from which table? Product category is the table, fact internet sales is the two tables. From these two tables, data is coming. Then you don't know anything. Go for a relationship, identify the relationship, either a direct relationship. Select a product, okay, product category they are selecting. Click on a product category, then we have a fact internet sales. There is no direct relationship. From here, we can identify how, when on which column you have to join these two tables. Product category key. This table you have to join. Then this table you have to join. Then this table you have to join. Then select a sum of the sales. Then you have to identify either the source level you have a problem. If the source also matching, Power BI also matching, you can tell that hello boss source with this one, it is matching, there is no issue. Okay, that's the reason. Now, thing, if it is a single table, directly you can go, okay, what is the database? What is the table? You can write a query, get it. Now there is no direct table. You have a two tables. Okay, you try to join these two tables. There is no common column. Go for a relationship. Is there any intermediate tables? Yes. Product category you have to join with. If you click on this, it will be identifying on two columns you want to perform a join. Go with the inner join. Then these two tables. Then this table to this table. Perform a join operation. Select the product category from this. Select a sum of sales from internet sales. Okay. This is how you have to start the work. is what about a real-time cases, how we have to, from where to start, where to, okay. Just you have justification, that's it. If it is a value issue in the sense, then next step, first step is this. ఓకే ఫస్ట్ స్టెప్ తెలియకన్నా మనము ఓకే రిపోర్ట్ చూస్తా ఉంటారు ఓకే మెజర్ ఏం రాసినారు లేకపోతే చూస్తానే ఉంటారు రిపోర్ట్లోనే ఉంటారు కానీ అరే సోర్స్ లో ఏముంది రిపోర్ట్ లో ఏముంది రెండు మ్యాచ్ అయితే సరిపోయింది కదా మన సైడ్ ఏం ఇష్యూ ఉండదు ఓకే ఎవరైతే డేటా లోడ్ చేస్తున్నాడో డైలీ బేసిస్ లో జాబ్ ఓకే రిపోర్ట్ డేటాబేస్ ఫైన్ ఓకే దే ఆర్ చెకింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ ఏ సమ్ డిఫరెంట్ ఓకే వాడు ఇక్కడ లోడ్ చేసినప్పుడు వాడు మిస్ చేసి ఉండొచ్చు లేకపోతే డేటా లోడ్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు వాడిది ఏదైనా ప్రాబ్లం దే విల్ చెక్ ఓకే ఓకే అప్ టు జాక్ ఓకే డేటా సోర్స్ లో ఏముంది రిపోర్ట్ లో ఏముంది అవర్ జాబ్ ఈస్ అప్ టు హియర్ ఓకే ఫస్ట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు చెక్ ద డేటా సోర్స్ లెవెల్ దట్ ఈస్ ద మెయిన్ థింగ్ okay guys, now you to understand, right? Okay, select the visualization from which to, it will be highlight from which two tables data is coming. You can check the relationship. Okay, if it is direct table in the sense you can go for a join. People okay ఏమవుతారు జనరల్ డైరెక్ట్ గా డేటాబేస్ లోకి వెళ్తారు పార్ట్ కేటగిరీ కొడతారు ఫ్యాక్టరీ దేని మీద జాయిన్ చేయాలో అర్థం కాదు చూస్తూనే ఉంటారు లేకపోతే పక్కన అడుగుతారు ఈ రెండు టేబుల్స్ లో జాయిన్ రిలేషన్షిప్ దేని మీద జాయిన్ చేయాలని సింపుల్ థింగ్ చెక్ ఓవర్ హియర్ నో నీడ్ టు ఆస్క్ ఏ సిల్లీ థింగ్ ఓకే ఇలా అడిగావు అనుకోండి ఓకే నువ్వు రియల్ గానే వర్క్ చేసినాడు అడిగినా అడుగుతాడు మొహం మీద ఓకే సో యూ కెన్ చెక్ ఓవర్ హియర్ విచ్ టూ టేబుల్స్ ఓకే ఆన్ వాట్ కాలమ్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు పర్ఫార్మ్ ఏ జాయిన్ ఆపరేషన్ ఓకే ఇఫ్ యూ ఆర్ న్యూ టు దిస్ ఓకే మేబీ ఆఫ్టర్ సమ్ టైమ్ ఓకే ఇఫ్ యూ గెట్ ఏ హ్యాండ్స్ ఆన్ ఇన్ ద సెన్స్ ఓకే డైలీ వర్క్ చేస్తుంటాం కాబట్టి అట్లీస్ట్ ఏ టేబుల్ మీద ఏ రిలేషన్ ఉందో ఈజీగా అర్థం గుర్తుంటుంది ఈవెన్ తో గుర్తు లేకపోయినా ప్రాబ్లం లేదబ్బా ఓకే రిపోర్ట్ ఈస్ దేర్ యూ కెన్ వర్క్ ఆన్ దిస్ is how you have to start with. Okay, another thing, okay, very important concept is there. What is the cross filter direction, single or a both? Okay, this is also one more very important interview question. This we will discuss okay tomorrow. That's it guys. If you have any questions you can go ahead. That is how you have a multiple tables, just create a relationships. That's it. You can work out with any number of tables. We should find the data source. Yeah, correct. Okay, bye guys. If you don't have any other questions.